Hey, welcome back to the channel, Pushrodders. Hey, thanks for clicking on the video, much appreciated. After this video, jump over to the playlist. There is a heap of other content, from car shows and events to modification videos, repair, servicing videos, all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, if you've got a few minutes, have a bit of a browse through. So this video, we are parts hunting, and we're for our R51 Pathfinder. Long story short, we're looking for door handle cables, the actuating to open up the doors. Now, I've been hunting around online, and all they want to do is sell you like a full door lock mechanism with cables and all the rest of it, and it's anywhere from about 500 to 700 bucks a side. So yeah, a little bit pricey for just a couple of bloody cables that I need. So we're off to the wreckers, or the junkyard for our US friends, and we're going to see if we can find a couple of rear door cables. We have on the center console between the front seats, in the back seat area, there is like a little cup holder thing. So the big boss, my wife, she's asked me to see if we can locate another one of those. We've got a fuse holder plastic cover which is underneath the hood. That's all started to crack, and it's just disintegrating because of the heat cycling underneath the bonnet. So we're going to try and locate one of those, and it won't be this video, but we're going to try, and I've been doing a bit of research, and because we've got a airbag light that's come on now, from what I've found, it's a strong possibility that it's the clock spring, and it's high ohms or high resistance. So, but that'll be for another video where we're going to test all that out, and then we'll go and see if we can locate a clock spring to get rid of that. But in the meantime, it just means that the airbag won't deploy if there's an accident. So whether that's good or bad, I guess depends on the accident, and yeah, just hopefully it just doesn't happen until I can get to it and fix the thing. So, but yeah, look, I don't know if we're allowed to film, but we're going to be a little bit sneaky, and because most of these junkyards, they don't like you filming. But we might get a little bit of footage from the junkyard. We'll just have to be a little bit covert about it. And then, yeah, we can get stuck into doing our repairs. Alrighty, Pushrodders, well, we're in, and we've located an R51 Pathfinder. This looks like it's the Flash model. She's even got a DVD player on the roof. So, yeah, anyway, enough lollygagging. Now we've found our one side. We'll see if the others got it. Hopefully it does. Yep, got a look. And Nissan, in their wisdom, have bloody integrated all of it into the lock. So I've got to take the whole freaking lot. Well, let's get these out. Alrighty, Pushrodders. Well, car number 2. This one's the Ute version, so this is a D40 instead of Navara, instead of the R51 Pathfinder. Now, I wanted the cup holders in the back, but I realised the Ute versions don't have the ducting for the air conditioning and the heating, so that's a bust there. It's missing the glove box lid, so no good to me there. I was going to get the radio, but no code. Had a look in the book, but no code. So, because our radio is playing up, and I figure, well, Hey, let's get one, but no good there. Alright, let's see if we can go find another one. Alrighty, push rodders. Well, we've got our door lock assembly, cable assemblies. Managed to pick up the plastic cover that we need. Unfortunately, it looks like it's a common fault with these and the Navara is that the clock springs go and the glove box lid little latch handle things. So we'll have to keep hunting around for those, but at least in the meantime we can open and close both doors again, so which will be good. I might have a bit of a hunt around on the internet and see, actually there's a 4-wheel drive wreckers around near me. I might see if they've got anything from where I am. I think they're still there, I don't really know. It's been quite a few years since I've been around this area, so anyway, let's go have a look. Alrighty, push rodders. Well, went to the first wreckers, like I mentioned just a moment ago. No luck there. I thought, I know where there's another one. I'll try there, and no luck there either. And look, the second one, at least they were diligent enough, I would say, to grab my details and what I wanted, and they said, look, if there's anything that comes in, they'll give me a buzz and we can go from there. So anyway, look, I've got to get back to HQ and let's get into doing some of these repairs and getting this 4-wheel drive up to scratch for the big boss, aka the missus, the Princess of Darkness. So yeah, if you're wanting to do a cabin filter, that little 8mm headed screw there, and it's in behind the cover. Now, if you want a more detailed video on how to replace a cabin filter on your R51 Pathfinder or D40 Navara, go through the playlist, and I've done a video on just cabin filter replacement. That's only after a couple of taps, so yeah, definitely needed changing. Old mate Dribsy, Mr. Dribbles. Alrighty, push rodders. Well, that sort of didn't really go to plan. All those little plastic clips virtually disintegrated. We did get our little grab handle in there, so at least that's a little bit of something. I had a couple of clips in my little stash, but yeah, look, I'm going to have to go to the parts store and get some more. I don't think they're overly expensive. Probably going to be $5 or something like that for a pack, couple of packs. So anyway, not to worry. Alrighty, push rodders. Well, not that I really could be bothered doing it, but I've got to. It's time to put in the door lock assembly mechanism. I guess that's what you call it. As you can see, hang on, let me lay it out a little bit better for you. So as you can see, you've got the handle, and hang on, no, this one's the handle, and this one operates the lock assembly, the cables. Now, what's happened with ours is, see this little plastic clasp or press fitting or whatever you want to call it. What's happened is it's broken about where I'm rubbing my thumb, just under the second ridge there. And what it's doing is the whole cable's moving
without being captive. I guess that's the best description I can probably give you. And yeah, so it doesn't operate as it should. Now my quick fix was, and it worked for a little while, was I put a zip tie on there, super, like reasonably tight, so it sort of held everything together. It did work for a while, and then we had troubles with the door latch not wanting to open, or it wouldn't properly close. And in the end, I'm just like, nah. So I just shut it, made sure it was shut good and proper, and I just put the child lock on so it couldn't be opened. So, but look, I think this is one of the common faults with this R51 Pathfinder and D40 Navara series vehicles is these cables. I think I'll probably mention it earlier in the video. The handles, the little lock handle assembly, as you can see, in the glove box, and the clock spring mechanism, which your turn signals and your wiper controls and that all connect to, which sits, that little gap there, it sort of sits in behind those plastic covers. And it, for whatever reason, the electrical resistance or something like that sets off the module, which then throws a code saying it's the airbag module that's not working and all this sort of garbage. So, but that's for another video. We'll work through that and we'll see what we can find. But as far as I can see at the moment, with just what research I've done, that looks like that's probably an issue. And in the back here, you've got the cup holder. Now this is different to the Navara. So as you can see, it's this little section's broken off. But yeah, typical plastic. All right, old mate's got a stick now, so he's happy. Well, there you go. So, all right, let me put you on the tripod, and let's crack into this thing and get the door card off and all the other bits and pieces. Let's see if we can't fit this thing and get it all to work properly. Now, one disclaimer: feel free to go ahead and do it and use my video as to get inspiration. This is not a how-to video. I would highly recommend you grab a workshop manual, whether it be a Haynes manual or something like that, or if you're connected, so to speak, try and get yourself the factory workshop manual. They are the best ones to have for any car. So, but anyway, let's get into it. Now, once again, if you haven't already, try and invest. I mean, these are Tool Pro, so they're the super cheap house brand. Just the factory, well, not factory, but just interior trim tools, and they do the little plastic clips and all that sort of stuff. So you'll have to excuse the camera wobbling a little bit because it's on this weirdo sort of stand at the moment. But yeah, grab yourself some of these. They're not overly expensive. Okay, so I had to go and get the workshop manual, so this is what I'm using. I just needed to refresh my brain pretty much, because I'm scratching my head there for a minute or two going, how the heck does these armrests pop off? And of course we've got a picture here, and wherever the diagram is, wherever it is around here, it's virtually, you just pop it off. So it's just been a little bit harder to get along with. I was on the right track all the time, but it's always good just to go back and have a look at your workshop manual. So you can see on the lock assembly, we've got these escapes me now, Torx bits I can't stand Torx bits, but anyway, it is what it is, one of my pet peeves. So we've got 3 of those here, and then this whole assembly should work its way out. And I also think, oh, and we've also got the cable which goes up here to the outer door handles. So picks them up and put them down on the front seat. There you go, T30 Torx bits for the door lock mechanism bolts. Now I'm going to have to disconnect the outer door handles while I'm doing it. So to do that, it's just these couple of plugs here. There's a 12mm nut, and then that assembly comes out. Worry about the nut behind the camera. Before I go any further, I will get a magnet so it doesn't drop. I tell you what, invest, even though there might be, you know, just a Chinese ML cheapy magnet thing, I tell you what, they save a lot of time and a lot of swearing. I tell you, great having a magnet of that length. There we go. Oh, well, I think I found our problem, and it wasn't the lock mechanism. Let me turn the camera around for you. You see there? Plastic's broken. Lovely. Now it looks like I'm up for a new door handle. Bugger. Alright, well, I might as well put this back together, and I'll have to find a new door handle because it's even cracked right here as well. So, bloody plastic. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get this back together, and then it's pretty much going to be the same thing for the other side. Now, I know the other handle isn't broke, it's actually the cable. So I will grab a cable, grab the other side that I brought, and I guess we'll keep this in our stash of spare parts. anything like that, I don't bother returning to the junkyard or whatever, or getting warranty or whatever. If it's in good condition like this one, and I think it will work and will do the job successfully, I just put it in my stash of parts for later on in case the original one that's on the car does fail. So look, I'm going to end this video right here on that pain in the ass moment. Door handle. Let me turn this camera around. Alrighty, push rodders. Well, like I said, I'm going to end the video right here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I've got to go buy another handle now. Yeah, just a pain in the butt. But kids will be kids, and yeah, it's like swinging off of everything. So anyway, oh, I will start the outro again. Posty dropped off a parcel, so been struggling with the TV remote for I don't know how long, and yeah, finally got one. But anyway, I will end this video here. I'll endeavour to go pick up another handle. I've got a place in mind, but it won't be today, so I'm going to get all this back together again, and I'm going to make a start on the other side, and I know that cable's buggered, so we'll do that. But yeah, look, it's pretty much the same sort of deal as what you saw just then, just pulling it apart and that sort of thing. Like I said, grab yourself a workshop manual, take your time, it'll be all good. So anyway, what are you waiting for? Go and get your hands dirty. See you next video.